Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I represent the defending, conquering, undisputed, universal. Fuck that shit. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Now, before some of you guys sit there and say, hey, you're not a Brock Lesnar fan, you don't understand the things Brock Lesnar has done to the WWE. But really, in general, guys, I look at you with a straight face. What has Brock Lesnar done for the WWE but wrestle every now and then? And don't get me wrong, some of these matches have been stellar. Okay. Alright, I guess. Well, Brock Lesnar recently skipped out on Monday Night Raw. And I know that the backstory of this is that Sunday, prior to that Raw, he was in negotiations with Dana White. Of course, Dana White is the head guy of the UFC. Now, I'm going to say this right here. Roman Reigns, I think, is an okay wrestler. I think he's all right. I think that the WWE tries to force him on a lot of the wrestling fans. But he made valid points in his shoot promo, which was kind of like semi-shoot, whatnot, if you will. And it does beg to differ. WWE depends so much on part-timers. With that being said, you have a lot of wrestlers who have been devoid of opportunities to be pushed to a better value or a better market in the company. And I think it hurts the company a whole lot when you only want to get a money grab by having Brock Lesnar show up. I feel that the WWE in general, yeah, they do have to sometimes pull back to the past to kind of get people's attention, but it hurts the wrestlers that they're quote unquote building to make a better way for the company to survive. That being said, Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar no showed Raw, and basically it was kind of like a situation where skipped Raw as a well. I'm looking on Lords of Pain. It says he skipped a headline way of negotiating with WWE, negotiating his money. Of course, Brock is only doing it for the money because it's all about the money. Yeah, in the words of Vince McMahon. But I feel at the end of the day, let it go. Brock Lesnar is going to be wrestling Kane Saturday for the WWE title, defending the WWE title. Let Kane win the match. Kane needs to win the title. Do a Diesel versus Bob Backlund live event. Just get Brock out of that fucking company. And make it a match where if Kane wins that title, throw it together where Roman Reigns, of course, will still be in that. But then again, tweak it. Throw Seth Rollins in there. Throw Finn Balor in there. And tweak it. And then have your WrestleMania main event. Whether it be Roman Reigns versus Kane, Finn Balor, who maybe even Braun Strowman, because I feel that, he has a lot of hype built behind him. But I think that at the end of the day, Brock Lesnar was not. I mean, when Brock Lesnar resurfaced in the WWE years on ago, when John Cena was doing his promo or doing his whatever, I'm not gonna lie, it shocked the shit out of me. It was, but then you got to think about it. At the time, WWE 12 came out. Brock Lesnar was in that game, so it was still a money thing. I feel at the end of the day, yeah, WWE has to put asses in seats, but at the end of the day, it's a vice to sit there and constantly try to negotiate with a wrestler who truly doesn't even enjoy what he does. Trust me, when you look at Steve Austin and you look at other wrestlers in the years and years of WWE and WWF at the time, you have to understand that they had a respect for what wrestling was and is. at the end of the day, when you have a wrestler who basically says, I'm just here to get a paycheck, don't get me wrong, money's good. Trust me, I wish I had a lot of it. But you fail to meet that stature toward the fans aspect of what they feel, which is considered passion. A passion for the business, a passion for what you do. This is an interesting situation because this is not a passion. It's just 9 to 5. If we give him money, and go home. And I don't knock Brock, but at the same time, WWE, get the fucking belt off him. Get a full-time wrestler to wrestle with that title and defend that title, and therefore give your company some kind of representation, because that's not what Brock Lesnar is doing. At the end of the day, he's basically the baby crying like, I want this, I want this, I want this. And if you don't do it for me, I'm gonna. That's my baby impression for you guys. I don't like this scenario. And like I said, Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar can go. I've seen him wrestle for years, even before he came back to the WWE. When he first started with the WWF, he was, built as the next big thing and all that good shit. And I do think Brock does do stellar matches. But the thing about it is, if you fucking literally put a stronghold on a company to say, I do what I want to do, bruh. You ain't gonna rush me on shit. That kills what any potential your company has. Get rid of the fold of the whole Brock Lesnar thing. Plain and simple. Get him out of the picture. Take that belt off him. And yeah, it's cool. Fans like, it's cool to see Brock Lesnar back doing the bounce deal with Suplex City, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. That's not no fucking good thing to think about. When you know that every fucking month or so he might show up. And then when he says, I'm not coming in today, it's like motherfucker going to work, I'm not coming in today. I just want to take a sabbatical. Just saying. Man, I'm just being honest. I don't really like that whole situation because at the end of the day, you have wrestlers that wrestle on the road 300 days a year, bust their ass, and do what they can to put people in those seats. And at the end of the day, they get no fucking respect because you have a heavyweight champion. And then this is another thing I'm going to ask also. You guys know a wrestler named Naomi? She was the women's WWE, well, on the SmackDown part, WWE champion. She suffered an injury. And in the world of WWF, WWE, whatever, you use the clause that if a champion cannot defend their title within 30 days, they automatically forfeit. Give me a reason why Brock Lesnar can have the WWE Universal Championship and he doesn't have to defend it at all. Makes a fucking whole lot of sense when you think about it. Because you're the heavyweight champion of that brand. That's like if they never had the brand split. I'm sorry, the brand split. Wait, I must have spit it. The brand split, and you have the WWE champion as just the WWE champion, and they don't defend their belt for 30 days. And trust me, this is the shit that makes it even more fucked up because Brock, before they did the brand split, was WWE champion also. Makes you think. Stop giving these guys Brock Lesnar, because it's not good for, Triple H is best for business. This is not good for business. You're giving too much power to that particular performer. And it's hurting the guys who are clawing and scratching and trying to get a way to make a name for themselves. And I hate to say it, that's fucked up. Plain and simple, it's fucked up. But yeah, man, Brock Lesnar, no showing Raw and basically giving. And I've also heard the rumor that him and Vince McMahon were arguing behind the scenes. And you know what? It comes a point where you have to just say, you know what? Is it going to be good to keep this or let it go? Let it go, man. Let it go. This is Jughead82 signing off. You guys have a good one.